think it's recording.
It is. Go then!
It's recording, girl.
Fuck!
Recording, I continue nibble. Hey, the mailman just came. I think it's your sunnies.
Fucking hell. Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and obviously by the title today I'm going to be sharing with you my labour and delivery story. I'm 20 years old, I'm a first time mum and I'm a flight attendant. I had a very easy pregnancy. I was lucky enough to actually enjoy my pregnancy and I was able to work until I was I think 7.5 months, and then I decided to take my maternity leave just to rest and prepare my body. About 38 weeks I met up with my midwife for a normal check-in. She just wanted to check up on me and see how I was going. She also wanted to give me some information on who to call if I went into labour, if I had any questions at all. Because she was taking 3 days off, which is pretty shit because I had lost my mucus plug that morning, so we both knew that I was going to be giving birth the next day or two. So she wasn't going to be there to deliver the baby. Someone else would be delivering my baby, which I was pretty sad about, but the other midwife was lovely and she did a great job. Anyway, so the next morning at around 6 AM, I remember I started to feel sort of like cramps in my tummy and back, and at first I thought it was just my body tired and, you know, like the weight of the baby. But then I realized that they were happening every I think they were happening every 10 to 15 minutes, and they all had a climax and they all lasted about a minute each. So I knew there were contractions. The pain wasn't bad at all. I could walk around, I could get on with my day. So I didn't call the hospital or anything like that. I just had a relaxing day with my boyfriend. We watched movies, danced around the house a little bit. I bounced on the ball and did my stretches. And we tried to get as much rest as we could because we knew we were going to be up for a while in the next day or two. Anyway, at about 5 PM that day, I started to leak quite a bit, and I knew I was definitely not peeing myself because it was just a continuous leak. So I just had a feeling that my water had broken or my amniotic sac ruptured. I called the number that my midwife gave me and another lovely lady answered, and she told me to go into the hospital and she'd do a spec exam on me to double check. We went to the hospital. It was about 4 AM in the morning, and she did the spec exam and she confirmed that my water did break and I will probably be having the baby soon. I sent home though and was just told to call them and let them know if things progressed and if my contractions got more consistent and painful, and yeah, they just told me to go home and rest because I'll need it. Anyway, we came home and I tried to rest, but I was pretty restless. But I managed to get a bit of shut-eye between each contraction. And around 11, 12, midday, I remember the contractions started to get really uncomfortable and more painful. I was having 3 contractions every 10 minutes and, you know, they were pretty painful. I called the midwives and I told them what was going on, and they said I sounded fine and not to go into the hospital yet because I didn't sound like I was in pain, and, you know, I was breathing through them, and to just have a hot bath and a shower. And so I did all of that, but the pain was pretty bad. So I called them several times again, but they kept telling me to just stay home. Eventually my boyfriend just got fed up and packed the car and just drove me to the hospital. I remember halfway there the pain really kicked in. It was so painful that I couldn't sit still. I felt like my baby was literally coming out. When we got to the hospital, it was about 2:40 PM, I'm pretty sure, and the midwife that was delivering my baby wasn't there yet, so a nurse took us into one of the rooms. I was meant to be giving birth in the birth center, which had like a big tub that I could give birth in and a nice room and a double bed and all of that, but we had to wait for the midwife to come first to take us in. So the nurse took us into a room and just told us to relax and the midwife would be there soon. I decided to get into the shower. As soon as I walked into the bathroom, I projectile vomited everywhere. It was so embarrassing. I felt so bad because my mum and sister had like toilet paper and they were wiping down the walls trying to clean the bathroom, but the nurses said it was fine anyway because they could just wash it off. But yeah, so I got into the shower. I had hot water running on my tummy and my back just to relax my body a little bit so I could control my breathing more. I remember when I was in the shower, I just felt the urge to push. My mum and sister quickly called a nurse in, and 2 lovely nurses came in and they got me in the bed and they checked my dilation, and they both said that I was about, I think, 7 or 8 centimeters dilated, so I was pretty far along. We were lucky that we got to the hospital when we did, because if we didn't leave the house, I probably would have given birth at home. Anyway, the nurses gave me some gas just to control my breathing and, you know, breathe through the contractions and relax a little bit. I remember I was so high, like I could barely even open my eyes. I was so high, I was gone. Eventually my midwife got there and she checked me again, and she pretty much gave me the green light to start pushing. And I remember when I heard that, I just felt a rush of adrenaline go through my body, and I'm pretty sure I went full Hulk, like trying to push my baby out. I feel sorry for my boyfriend. After about 20 to 30 minutes of pushing, our beautiful girl was finally born, and I was so lucky that I didn't need any stitches. There were no complications at all. I was able to have my skin to skin and just enjoy my time with my baby. 4 hours later, after Bub had all her checks and all the paperwork was done, we were able to go home, which was great because I just wanted to lay in my own bed and have a good rest with my baby, because that was a very, very tiring and hectic day for all of us. But yeah, I feel so blessed that there were no complications and I was able to have a quick, or sort of quick, delivery and labour, and I didn't suffer too much. My baby's crying. Sorry, she wanted a feed, so that's happening. Can I just say that I did have a birth plan? I wanted to give birth in the water. I wanted to have music playing in the background, essential oils burning and all that glamorous stuff. Definitely not laying on my back in a bed, which is how I give birth. But I mean, it was an amazing experience, and I just wanted my baby out. I just wanted her healthy, breathing, and I was happy. Yeah, so that's my labour and delivery story. Please like, comment and subscribe. I will be doing videos weekly, hopefully, so watch out for them as well. And yeah, feel free to ask me any questions you want me to answer. I'm happy to do that. And this is Nala, who's currently milk drunk. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and yeah, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.